Okay, all you need to do to sidestep the arguments that don't matter and how to have the arguments that do matter in an effective way, in a way that actually solves the problem so you don't have to have the argument again, is commit to believing other people can't create your emotions. Okay, so this is not about becoming the Dalai Lama. This is about uh, getting yourself to a place where you focus on the right stuff. You focus on the one place you can control yourself. So if you commit to believing other people cannot create your emotions, it gets your focus onto yourself, what's happening to me, and it also gifts you the ability to ask a very important question. Why am I finding this difficult? When you ask that question, it's all about the questions we ask, you get really valuable information. And that asking, why am I finding this difficult, will gift you the ability to just sidestep, walk away from an argument that doesn't matter. Oh, I'm finding this difficult because I'm tired today, or I'm finding this difficult because when you do that, it really annoys me, but that's actually nothing to do with you. I'm just getting annoyed because I'm stressed out about something else. So, or I'm finding this difficult because you're not okay, but I understand why you're not okay, because you had a really tough week at work. So you're acting like a bit of a jerk at the moment, but I'm just going to let it go. So that's how you sidestep when you check in with yourself and you say, why am I finding this difficult? Now, if you find that the issue is something that does need to be addressed, you can then address it. You first of all can have the courage to address it instead of avoiding it and not talking about it. But you can also do it from the place of, I am struggling with this. Can you help me with this? I am struggling with this. And you're going to have a much more effective argument. Or if you had an argument, you can come back to each other and say, this is why I found it difficult. And you can get to the bottom of it much more easily when you are clear on what the problems were for you, and you're not just going round and round in circles blaming each other. The other way that you argue effectively and you sidestep the arguments that don't work, that waste your time, that just grind away at your relationship and erode all your trust, is by letting go of who's right and who's wrong. When you are trying to justify yourself and defend yourself, you waste a lot of time and energy. When you're trying to get your partner to see and understand why what they're doing is wrong, and if they stop doing what they're doing, I'll feel better. And if they could just admit that what they're doing is wrong and say sorry, everything would be okay. When you let go of all of that, that is very time consuming, takes a lot of energy up. When you let go of all of that and you seek to understand, when you commit to, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? You create long-term perspective, and you will be able to sidestep a lot. Do I want to be, does this matter? Does this really matter right now? If I'm not concerned with who's right and who's wrong, it doesn't exist. And you stop problem solving. Stop seeing your relationship as a problem to solve. This is another way of sidestepping the arguments and arguing about the stuff that doesn't matter. If you stop seeing your relationship as a problem that you have to figure out, and you let go of who's right and who's wrong, and you believe other people can't create your emotions, and you say, why am I finding this difficult? You will argue much less. So if you stop problem solving your relationship, if you stop seeing your relationship as this big, heavy problem that you have to solve, You can stop focusing on everything that's wrong, and you can start thinking about, okay, what do I like about my relationship? You can approach the stuff in your relationship that you don't like as a fun game. Yeah. Can you imagine if this became more playful and more lighter, not so serious, and you stop seeing your relationship as a problem to solve? Okay, so there's just a few ways you can let go of the stuff that doesn't matter, and the stuff that does matter, you can argue much more effectively. If you want some help with this, I will spend 60 minutes with you applying these concepts to your particular set of circumstances. Send me a DM right now to book a free phone consult. We'll take a look at where you are now in this relationship, where you want to get to in this relationship, why what you're doing right now isn't working, what you need to do instead to get where you want to go. And if all of that resonates, we will discuss all the specifics of what it would look like to work together. So send me a message right now if you want to spend 60 minutes with me one-to-one on the phone.